I'm Destin and this is IGN News. Last night a report came in that simultaneously overjoyed and yet broke the hearts of many Spider-Man fans. It turns out that Marvel and Sony Pictures have had talks about bringing the wallcrawler into the Marvel Cinematic Universe, including the Captain America Civil War movie, but that those discussions had stalled. While that revelation came via leaked emails and documents uncovered by the Wall Street Journal, today Latino Review reports on some additional inside info on the subject. For starters, Latino Review's DA7E says his source indicates that the deal Sony ultimately rejected was not a Marvel trilogy of Spider-Man movies that Sony would control. While that was mentioned in the Wall Street Journal's story last night, what Sony finally passed on was instead a co-production arrangement where Marvel and Sony would split Spidey movie costs 60-40, Marvel paying the 60%. Yes, Marvel would have shouldered more of the cost, but they also would have regained creative control over the character and films. This scenario sounds much more like the kind of deal Marvel's Kevin Feige would be interested in. Sony reportedly passed on this approach, preferring to keep Peter Parker and his alter ego in their creative corner. That said, Latino Review's sources also indicate that Sony Pictures' parent company is none too pleased about the current situation at the studio and the internal communications and even movies that have leaked out. Additionally, they view Sony Pictures' handling of the Spider-Man property as disappointing. Sony Japan thinks the Marvel deal for Spider-Man is still on the table, and they want to renegotiate as a return to quality. The sources also say that the 60-40 split can be negotiated, and Sony Entertainment's October hardline stance of wanting creative control is now mostly moot in the eyes of the higher-ups. Stay tuned to IGN for all your Spidey news.